After clinching the Big Ten title outright against Iowa, it's now time for Senior Day against Maryland.
Also, the Big Ten handed out its 2015-2016 awards for the women's basketball season. Find out what Hoosiers were honored. We'll have this and much more coming up on Hoosier Sports Night.
Well, we knew basically what we were capable of. You know, early on, we weren't really connecting as a team in Maui and we played at Duke, but I felt like we came together and we pulled it together. And one thing Coach Crean did, you know, he believed in us. And, you know, when no one else believed in us, Coach Crean was there for us. And we basically stood by his side. And, you know, he saw the capability of our team, and it was just, you know, all up to us.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Hoosier Sports Night. I'm Tyler Ratz alongside Jason Kaufman. And the Indiana men's basketball team has won the Big Ten regular season title after defeating the Iowa Hawkeyes on Tuesday night. And it's been about 3 months since that 20-point blowout loss against Duke. But this is a completely different basketball team from what we saw in early December.
That's right, Tyler. After a blowout loss to Duke, they had 12 straight wins, lose James Blackman right before Big Ten play, and Tom Crean has taken them on his shoulders, and they've cruised from there, winning the Big Ten title outright, like you said. Let's take a look at the highlights. What a night in Iowa City. Remember, 4 of 5 of Iowa's starting lineup, including Jared Utah, playing their final home games on Tuesday at Carver Hawkeye. First half, Hawkeyes down 5. It's Utah steps into the 3, and Hawkeyes now trailed by 2. Indiana sees 3-pointers and drains 3-pointers, and that was the story all night long as Juwan Morgan knocks down a 3. Max Bielfeldt takes a little jab step and knocks down a 3 as well. Yogi Ferrell comes up and can dial down from the center. He knocks down a 3. The Hoosiers 8 of 11 from beyond the arc in the first half. Later in the first, Indiana up by 3. Thomas Bryant drives, hangs, and hits the tough floor. Hoosiers would lead by 6 at the break. To the second half we go. Hoosiers lead by 7. Troy Williams here dishes off to OG and he slams it home. Hoosiers are up by 9. It's Ferrell who hits the nasty step back 3 in Mike Gazelle's face, and the Hoosiers are up by a dozen. Under 9 to play, and Iowa trying to come back. Gazelle with a steal, and Utah hangs it up and in for the layup, and the Hawkeyes are within 7. Now the Hawkeyes down by 6. Nicholas Bear on Super Tuesday hits a monster 3 to get Iowa within 3. Still a 3-point game, and Bear hits another 3 to tie the game up at 70. Now under 5 minutes to play, and the game tied at 72. It's Bear with a handoff to Peter Jacques, who puts it home, and the Hawkeyes suddenly lead by 2. Indiana goes back up front thanks to free throws, and how about Yogi Ferrell? This kid just has ice water in his veins. Hoosiers up by 5. Three-point game, 7 ticks left, and Iowa gets the ball back on a lazy inbound pass by Max Bielfeldt, and it goes off Indiana. Iowa's ball, 3 seconds left, and they miss the shot by Peter Jacques, and Indiana will win their second outright Big Ten championship in the last 4 seasons. Indiana will have its senior day and host Maryland at Assembly Hall at 4:30 on Sunday.
Monday marked the final day of the NFL's annual scouting combine in Indianapolis. Running back Jordan Howard, offensive lineman Jason Spriggs, quarterback Nate Sudfeld, and defensive lineman Darius Latham all represented the Hoosiers at the event. Spriggs saw his draft stock continue to rise as he posted the fastest 40-yard dash at 4.94 seconds and the longest broad jump, 9'7", among offensive linemen. He also had the third highest vertical jump at 31.5 inches and fourth most reps of 225 pounds at 31. Running back Jordan Howard opted not to participate in the 40-yard dash, but he was still a top performer on the day, finishing first in the vertical jump at 34 inches and first in the broad jump at 10.2 inches. Sudfeld and Latham both had a relatively quiet week at the Combine, but both will look to showcase their skills on April 1st when Indiana hosts its Pro Day.
The Indiana women's basketball team finished a historic regular season with a 76-55 victory over the Penn State Nittany Lions. The Hoosiers finished the year at 20-10 overall and 12-6 in the Big Ten. 20 wins are the most regular season victories in program history, and 12 Big Ten wins are the school's record for most overall in conference play. Indiana has earned a double bye with the number 4 seed in the 2016 Big Ten women's basketball tournament, which ties for its best finish in school history. Game 1 for the Hoosiers will be on March 4th on the Big Ten Network.
Like Amanda said, the crowd was crazy. The atmosphere to play our last home game in front of our home fan. There's really nothing like playing in front of Hoosier Nation. They're awesome.
Sticking with women's basketball, and head coach Terry Morin was named Big Ten Coach of the Year Monday, joining Mary Alice Jeremiah as just the second Indiana head coach in program history to receive this honor. Point guard Tyra Buss was named first team All-Big Ten, finishing the season with 19 points per game, 4.4 assists, and 2.2 steals, all team highs. Also being honored on the year was Amanda Cahill, a second team All-Big Ten selection, as she finished the season with 10 double-doubles, the most in a single season since 2008-2009.
The Indiana baseball team was swept by Cal State Fullerton and have now started the season losing 5 of their first 6 games. The Hoosiers will be back in action Thursday as they take on Seton Hall in Game 1 of the Snowbird Classic in Port Charlotte, Florida.
The softball team won 3 of 5 games at the Texas A&M Invitational this past weekend, and for the second week in a row, a Hoosier pitcher has been named Big Ten Co-Freshman of the Week. Tara Traynor earned the accolade on Monday after tossing 15 2/3 innings in the Texas A&M Invitational, finishing with a 2-1 record in 3 appearances. She surrendered just 4 hits with 24 strikeouts on the way to a 1.79 ERA. IU will travel to Auburn, Alabama this weekend to play in the Wilson DeMarini Classic.
The IU men's soccer team played the Indy 11 to a 1-1 draw last Friday in an exhibition match at the Mellencamp Pavilion. In addition, Indiana's associate head coach, Brian Mason-Nueve, was named one of the top assistant coaches in the nation by College Soccer News this week.
The Big Ten Conference announced the pre-seeds for the 2016 Big Ten Wrestling Championships Monday, set to take place in Iowa City this coming weekend. The Hoosiers landed 3 wrestlers in the pre-seeds: freshman Elijah Oliver at 125 pounds, senior Alonzo Shepard at 133, and junior Nate Jackson at 174 pounds. Official seeds will be determined on Friday, March 4th before the start of the tournament, with the championships beginning Saturday, March 5th, and concluding with the finals on Sunday, March 6th.
To track and field, where Sydney Clute won the 2016 Big Ten Championship in the pole vault with a school record mark of 4.35 meters. Clute joins Kelsey Abbey and Vera Newsenwander as the only women vaulters in school history to win a conference championship. In addition, Daniel Kuhn continued his historic season by winning the Big Ten Championship in the 600-meter run with a season-best time of 1 minute and 16 seconds. Kuhn is the first Hoosier to win the Big Ten title in the 600-meter run.
And that's all for this week's episode of Hoosier Sports Night, and it should be a huge weekend of basketball as the women's team looks to make a run in the Big Ten tournament to continue building that NCAA tournament resume, and the men's team looks to complete the perfect home season on Sunday for Senior Day. We'll see if both teams can pick up some big wins this weekend.
And remember to follow us on Twitter at IUSTV Sports. From Bloomington, Indiana, I'm Jason Kaufman alongside Tyler Ratz. Thanks for watching.